How y'all doing, folks?
This is Blue Collar Booze Review.
I'm Dave.
I'm Scott, and we have a very, very, very special bottle today. Me and my wife went to Mount Vernon. We're from Virginia, if you haven't guessed. And I paid a lot of money for this bottle. They only make it there. They use his methods. They actually looked in General Washington's books and found his recipe for the whiskey they used to make. He actually was one of the largest distilleries in the country before he passed away untimely in 1799. I tried a shot of this at their bar, which is a very nice place right at Mount Vernon. And then after that, I went to the distillery, and they do everything by hand, and they use period right methods. Now, normally, me and Dave are more cheap, good, honest drinkers, but I have a soft spot in my heart for history, and I have a lot of respect for General Washington and what he did for our country. So once I tried this and I enjoyed it, I had to have a bottle of it. And it's very expensive. It only comes out for a tasting. And then after this Christmas, I may allow old Dave here a shot at his birthday. A half a shot, if he's lucky. But anyway, this is it. They make different types. This is George Washington's rye whiskey. And from what I was talking to with the people who actually make it there, the distillers, this is the closest. It's actually the cheapest, funnily enough. But it's actually the closest to what General Washington would have drank. So, without further ado,
Cracking the seal, folks.
I'd like to point this out that Dave has never tried this.
Nope.
As you can see, it comes in a nice bottle. This is the tag on it is actually wood. It's the official spirit of Virginia. I mean, it's good stuff. I wish that it was cheaper so I could drink more of it, but out of respect for General Washington, I'm going to drink a little bit here. Smell that lightly.
I'm a man that likes his rye, too.
Cut. Can you cut?
Hold on one second, folks. I want to take this time to, since this is the first time I've actually seen this bottle, I want to point out some things that I like to look for in bottles. You can't see it. I'm not going to get up to zoom it in. You just got to take my word for it, or don't. This was made in the year 2018. This is bottle number 825. And I'd like to take a moment to read this back panel right here before we get into the tasting.
Absolutely. It's a very special bourbon.
Distilling at Mount Vernon in 1797 upon the suggestion of his Scottish farm manager, George Washington expanded his commercial enterprises at Mount Vernon to include whiskey distilling. Trials were so successful, he built a large two-story structure filled with 5 stills, producing nearly 11,000 gallons of rye whiskey in 1799. It was likely the largest distillery in 18th century America. I'm going to pause for a minute. There's another paragraph. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to pause. You got to think about this. This stuff we're about to drink right now, it's made the same way it was done. We're drinking 1797-ish era rye whiskey.
And the thing is that when they make it, they actually make it 2 period steps. So they make the mash in a wooden drum, just like George Washington's hands would have done, and they mix it with a wooden stirrer, and they pour that into the pots, and that's how they make this whiskey.
And not only would I like to point out the fact that George Washington beat the fuck up out of some redcoats, he also distilled the hell up out of some rye. But with the second paragraph, it says, this small batch whiskey was handcrafted in Washington's reconstructed distillery using 18th century methods in Washington's mash bill of 60% rye, 35% corn, and 5% malted barley. After locally sourced grains were ground in our water-powered grist mill, Mount Vernon distillers fermented mash in wooden tubs and used copper pot stills heated by wood fires to produce this rare spirit. This isn't your everyday Sazerac rye either, buddies. I'll tell you that right now.
Exactly.
And for all y'all good computer people, zoom in on that right there. That's a hell of a bottle.
The General.
George Washington rye whiskey. All right, I can't keep myself from
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Cheers. Try a little sip. Smooth as a baby's
I
on.
see why you bought it.
I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all, I don't know where
Besides
y'all
the
are
price
from.
point, this is worth it.
This is great whiskey. And I do believe that at George Washington's time, that
He was making the best
he
fucking
was making
shit.
the best ride. In fact, there's a quote from him on the back of this
Oh,
bottle.
I overlooked that. Go ahead,
It
Krabs.
says 200 gallons of whiskey will be ready this day for your call, and the sooner it be taken, the better, as the demand ... is brisk. So when he actually started making this whiskey, the demand was so high that they couldn't pretty much keep up. He pretty much wrote people and told them, like, if you want my whiskey, you better come get it now or it's going to be gone.
Mhm.
And he actually probably made more on his whiskey than he did on his farm. But
Absolutely.
the problem
Tastes
is that
amazing.
he only died 2 years later, regrettably. And I think this is a great way to honor one of America's heroes and to try something that they tried back when, life was good.
Yeah.
So,
Life was good. Yeah, it's gotten.
try just a little taste more.
You know, I will say, whoever
Ice Cube.
decided hunting and farming was not good enough ruined it for every fucking body else.
Indeed. Alright, then we want
I don't mean to cuss all the time, folks, but
it's
it
natural.
is what it is.
We're doing on the
You
job.
want me to go? You want me to finger fuck him, or you gonna finger fuck
myself,
it?
buddy. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
I like to get a little bit of finger fucking in, but not on ice.
Alright. So,
Oh
I
yeah.
will tell you this. I don't know if you can buy this everywhere. I don't know, in the country you probably can't.
I've never seen it at an ABC store. Never.
The only place I believe you can buy it is Mount Vernon and at the distillery itself. So I know it's uber rare. I think maybe if your state has a better ABC alcoholic beverage control program than Virginia does, because I'm gonna be honest, Virginia sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That you could probably order this from them and have it delivered to your home, or at least delivered to a liquor store.
Right.
So I suggest everybody who maybe you don't drink a lot, maybe that you just want something that is rare for special occasions. I highly recommend this. Here.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to pick myself up a bottle after this. Actually.
Yeah, we'll have to ride up there again.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
I mean, that's like water. I mean, I don't know how to describe it to y'all folks. We're going to cut it to you straight here at this channel. We're not going to say it's better because it costs more or it's not. We've tried more expensive stuff that we did not like and cheaper stuff that we did like. But I can be honest with you right now, this stuff is delicious. It's absolutely delicious.
Is this an everyday drinker? Price point? Absolutely not.
No.
Is this a
Christmas,
birthday?
Thanksgiving.
Let me pull it out once in a while, special occasion? Absolutely. Is this worth the price? I'm gonna have to say yes, as long as you're not downing it every day.
Right. It's a special occasion drink.
Mm-hmm.
You don't buy champagne to drink every day, and you don't buy this to drink it every day. This is not, you get off work and you come home and you're tired and you take a drink out of this. This is, your daughter's getting married, you take a drink out of it. Your son graduated college, you take a drink out of this. You retire, Christmas, like we said, Thanksgiving, any kind of holiday, this is what this is for, and that's why I bought it. And to be honest with you, 4 or 5 years ago, I couldn't have bought this, but I worked myself up and now I can, so.
You know what? If I were tired, I'm drinking a fucking bottle.
Well,
With respect for the commander, this, not happening.
Absolutely not. General George Washington would dig out of his grave
He'd be
and
fucking
go back to
rolling
Britain.
around. Absolutely.
And I don't blame him if he did.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, this is kind of a special video. We don't do much stuff that it costs this much very often, but
I think it's the first time we have.
this is the
Besides
first
that
one we
sample
had.
Tim sent
The
us.
sample that Tim sent us was
But
good, but
That was free, so.
that was free. This is not free. This costs
Absolutely not.
my blood, sweat, and tears. So, at the end of the day, I'm glad that, my best friend's here. We can try it out together and we can share it with you. If you have the opportunity, if you live in a state where the ABC control doesn't suck, I highly suggest if you go through Mount Vernon or can find it, getting a bottle of it.
And if any of y'all know me in the secondary markets, we can work something out. I'm not going to bend you over. I'm not into that. I'm really not. We can work something out. We can work something out.
Stuff's like water, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's clear. Well, as always, thank you for joining us for Blue Collar Booze Reviews. This is me and Dave. Y'all keep your glasses cold, your booze cold, I should say. Your glasses high, and enjoy life.
Your beer frosty.
Thank you.
All right.